Hello. Hello. Okay, students. Good evening. 17 students. Hello. Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Now we are starting with the topic called solid states. Solids, you all know, is one of the state of the matter. Solids have definite shape, definite volume. Then the particles in them are arranged three-dimensionally. But basically, based on the arrangement of the particles, when I say particle, it can be solid, it can be ion, it can be molecule, it can be atom. Particle solid doesn't mean that solid contain only atoms. The constituent particle can be ion, negative ion, positive ions. It can be molecule. It can be an atom. So the based on the arrangement of the constituent particle, solids are classified into two states. We all know you have been studying from the lower standard that solids are of two types: crystalline solid and amorphous solid. Crystalline solids means the particle that have a typical geometry. That means they have a particular shape. They have a particular shape. They have a typical shape. क्या करेंगे? In such solids, there are three definite arrangement of the particles. Here I have mentioned what I have said. The particles can be atom, molecule, and these particles are arranged three-dimensionally. That means lengthwise, breadthwise, and heightwise, and have a long range order. I'll explain what is the meaning of long range order. Example: sodium chloride solid, quartz, diamond. If you see the difference in the particle arrangement of the crystalline solid and amorphous solid, here in the crystalline solid, you see the green color particle and other purple color particles. They are regularly arranged in proper order. that this particle is surrounded by four other particles. Everywhere you'll find it is surrounded by four other particles. But here you see they are surrounded by five particles. Somewhere it is surrounded by four particles. Somewhere it is surrounded by three particles. And they are, see how they arrange. They are not properly arranged. That means in crystalline solid, they are properly and orderly arranged. And this order is fixed throughout the crystal. That's why it is a long range order. But here there is no order. They are placed randomly. No doubt that pinkish is surrounded by green particles. But there is no proper order. The order is not fixed there. So there is a difference between they have a long range order crystalline solid and they have a short range order. I have given the properties. What is the meaning of crystalline solid? The constituent particles are regularly and orderly arranged, extended over long range. That means they are regularly and orderly arranged, and that order is properly. That means everywhere in this example, everywhere the one particle is surrounded by four particles, and or regularly and orderly extend over long. That means throughout that crystal, this order will be fixed. Crystalline solid have a definite sharp melting point. They have a sharp melting point. That means if the solid is melting at 80, it will melt at 80, provided it is not a impure. A pure crystalline solid will have a definite melting point, and they start melting when it is. Suppose the melting point is 80, they will start melting at 80, and when all solid melt, the temperature will remain 80 till all solid melt. Take for example ice. In ice, it start melting at 0. Till all ice is not melted, the temperature will not increase beyond 0. When all entire ice, जो भी है 1 kg, 2 kg ice have taken, when all ice melt, convert into water, then the temperature will start rising. They have a sharp, definite, and typical arrangement of the particle. They show cleavage property. When they are cut into with the edge of a sharp tool, they split into two pieces, and newly generated surface are smooth and plain. That means when you cut the particles, the new surface which is there, it will be smooth and plain. Crystalline solid, here this point has to be, I have to stress more. This crystalline solid are anisotropic. Anisotropic. See, for that I've given the example here. See, here are the particles. These particles are there, and the second particle is this. See how they arrange alternately. Okay, they arrange alternately. The light blue and a dark blue. This is a straight line, and in which all the particles are same. You also all particles are same. You also all particles are same. If you go for line CD, in line CD, there's light blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue. If you take line AB, only blue, blue, blue. If you take this one, EF, light blue. Okay. Now solids have certain properties like electrical resistance, refractive index, and many more properties. You can measure these properties in any direction. You can measure this property in any direction. But in crystalline solid, the refractive index of a crystalline solid obtained in the direction of CD will be different than obtained in the direction of BC. Either suppose uh, refractive index मिला 1.3. So here you may get 1.25. Here you may get 1.25. तूने बोलता है 1.25. That means the same properties will have different values when measured in different direction. I give you example, a refractive index of this solid is 1.3 when we measure in the direction of AB. But when you measure in direction of CD, it is 1.25. So this is shown in crystalline solid. That crystalline solid are anisotropic. That means the physical properties show different values when measured in different direction in the same crystal. In the same crystal, different crystal, same crystal. If you measure in this direction, the value will be different than in this direction. Same property of values will have different values. Okay, so this is called as an anisotropy. Crystalline solid are true solid or real solid. They are real solid. Okay, they are real solid. So these are the properties of crystalline solid. About five properties I have given. Okay. Now, type of crystalline solid. Before that, we'll do what is amorphous solid. Amorphous solid, which have the property of rigidity, incompressibility, but due to certain extent. They are rigid, but up to certain extent. They are incompressible. Incompressible, that means solid को हम दबा सकते. We cannot press it. You cannot press it. They do not have a definite geometrical form or long range of order. Example, glass, rubber, plastic. Rubber you can press up to certain point, but beyond that you cannot press. Plastic को भी press कर सकते, but beyond that you cannot press. That means they are incompressible, but up to certain extent. So in amorphous solid, the particles are not regularly and orderly arranged. Constant particles are regularly are mistake है इधर mistake है. In amorphous solid, the constant particles are not regularly and orderly extended over long range. Amorphous solid do not have a sharp melting point. Crystalline solid have a sharp melting point. That we have seen. Amorphous solids have irregular shape. They have a definite shape. Amorphous solid, when cut into sharp edges, they form pieces with irregular. ग्लास को कट करोगे सो दस उसका सरफेस इरेगुलर रहेगा, नया सरफेस जो कटने के बाद. एंड amorphous solid are isotropic. A crystalline solid are anisotropic. इसका मतलब in amorphous solid the physical property will have be same when you measure in all direction, right? Amorphous solid will have isotropic, which means they have a same physical properties, will have same values when measured in different direction. And amorphous solid are pseudo solid, or what we call them at super cool liquid. So this is an example of amorphous solid. You see blue and red chain. इधर कितने हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6, इधर कितने हैं? 1 2 3 4 5. So there is no order. At some place there are only 4, some place there are 6, right? So there is a difference. So that's why it is said that they are not regularly and orderly arranged. Here you may get the distinguish between amorphous solid and crystalline solid. Okay. Okay. Now, crystalline solid are further divided into crystalline solid are further divided into 4 types. Now, on what basis? All solid contain particles, right? All solid contain particles, but those particles can be atom, molecules, on the basis of nature and type of on the basis of nature of intermolecular forces. इसमें करेक्शन होना चाहिए. Basis of nature of intermolecular forces and chemical bonding. And एक और है, and and type of particles, and type of particles, and type of particles. Crystalline solids are classified as into 4 categories. Molecular solid. Molecular solid, particles are molecules. Ionic solid, particles are ions, both positive and negative. Metallic solid, particles are ion, positive ions surrounded by electron. And covalent solid, particles are atoms. Okay. So crystalline solids are classified into 4 types. Okay. So that is ionic, molecular ionic, metallic, and covalent solid. Now let us see molecular solid. In molecular solid, the constituent particles are molecules. And these molecules are joined to each other, or they held together by weak dipole-dipole interaction. That is London force. Weak dipole-dipole interaction or London force. यानी जो molecular solid में जो particles होते हैं, they are joined with each other, they are linked to each other, and that linkage or that force is either dipole-dipole interaction or London force. Now, these molecular solids are further classified into 3: non-polar, polar, and hydrogen bonded molecular solid. 3 टाइप के: non-polar, polar, and non. What is it? सब में molecules है, but molecules are of 2 types: polar molecules or non-polar molecule. What do you mean by polar molecule? Non-polar molecule. Non-polar molecule means here, if there is a molecule AB, this is a molecule AB, and इसके ऊपर कोई charges नहीं है, so this will be non-polar. But if there is a molecule AB and A has a minus charge and B has a positive charge, partial positive and partial negative, so such molecule is called as polar molecule. Now when we get non-polar and when you get non-polar means जब इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी दोनों की सेम होती है, each element has electronegativity. If the electronegativity is same or the electronegativity difference is very less, then it will be non-polar. But if the electronegativity difference is more, then that particle, that the molecule will be polar in nature. Okay. These solids are formed from molecules or atoms that share a non-polar molecule. In non-polar are formed from the molecule or atom that share a non-polar covalent bond. Non-polar covalent bond means the molecule which are polar, non-polar, जैसे hydrogen is a non-polar. If we take chlorine, non-polar. If we take iodine, इनके बीच में covalent bond होता है. This is H2, this is Cl2, this is I2. Now in this hydrogen, there will be London force between the hydrogen molecules. Between them, there will be London force. See, here it is given. देखो, ये जो रेड वाला है, ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है. All carbon dioxide joined by London force. This is iodine. They are joined by London force. That means this is one iodine. This is another iodine. Yes. So this is I2. This is another I2. This is carbon dioxide molecule, but they are joined here by London force. The physical nature of non-polar solids are soft. बोले कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड तो गैस है, ये सॉलिड कैसा बनता है? यस, gases when cooled you get a solid. You get carbon dioxide solid that is called as a dry ice. सुना है dry ice के बारे में? Have you heard about dry ice?
Yes, sir.
And have you seen dry ice? देखा है?
Yes.
शादी के अंदर वो आइसक्रीम जिसमें रखते हैं ना, whenever any functions are there, not only marriage, any function, and if they are giving ice cream, it is stored in dry ice so that ice cream will remain solid. Otherwise function है 3-4 घंटे का and आइसक्रीम का कोन दे रहे हैं, आइसक्रीम का, it will melt. तो बोले आइस के अंदर इतना कड़क नहीं रहता है. आइस के अंदर टेम्परेचर 0 है. आइसक्रीम may melt, but in dry ice it remain hard. The ice cream remain hard. हम आइसक्रीम को तोड़ते हो तो चम्मच टूटता है, लेकिन आइसक्रीम नहीं टूटता है. वो प्लास्टिक का चम्मच देते, वो टूट जाता है, लेकिन आइसक्रीम नहीं टूटता है. बिकॉज ड्राई आइस का टेम्परेचर कितना है मालूम? -32. This is dry ice. You get iodine in solid form. You get even hydrogen in solid form. बोले hydrogen solid form? Yes, at -269 degrees Celsius, hydrogen is in solid form. Iodine is in solid form. So this all gases are there. When you cool them, they convert into solid. And in that is called, if the molecule is non-polar, we say non-polar solid. So these non-polar solids are soft in nature. These non-polar molecular solids do not conduct electricity. So they are insulator. Because इसमें electricity कौन conduct कर सकता है? जिसमें ions है. खाली ions, the ions should be free. Then they can conduct electricity. So there is no conduction of electricity. They are insulator. They have got low melting point. The melting point is, carbon dioxide देखो ना, melting point कितना है? -32. They have got low melting point. So these are the physical properties of non-polar solid. So we have seen molecular solid. देख रहे in non-polar molecular solid, polar molecular. This solid are held in this solids are held together by covalent bond, and atoms are bounded to relatively by stronger dipole interaction. यानी कभी कार्बन टेट्राक्लोराइड, और we can take HCl. HCl कैसा रहता है? And then they are attracted toward each other. बोलेंगे HCl तो सर लिक्विड liquid होता है, but you also get solid HCl. If you cool, carbon tetrachloride भी liquid होता है. When you cool, you will get carbon tetrachloride solid, but it will be having the polar charges. That means non-polar solid contain polar molecules. It can be atom, it can molecules, and they have a dipole-dipole interaction. इनके बीच में this is dipole-dipole interaction. It is a type of bond which you have studied in 11th standard. The physical nature, these solids are soft and most of these gases are liquid at room temperature. जिससे ये solid बनता है, they are either gases or liquid at room. Carbon tetrachloride is a liquid at room temperature. लेकिन उसको solid बनाएंगे. HCl is a liquid at room temperature. See, HCl, sulfur dioxide, ammonia is a gas at room temperature. Sulfur dioxide is a gas at room temperature. But HCl, so this, they do not conduct electricity. They have got high melting point than non-polar molecular solid. Inka, they do not come because there is no free ions. They have a higher melting point because इसमें bond कौन सा है? इस इधर bond कौन सा है? लंडन फोर्स. एंड इसमें बॉन्ड कौन सा है मॉलिक्यूल के बीच में? डाइपोल डाइपोल इंटरैक्शन. डाइपोल डाइपोल इंटरैक्शन इज अ स्ट्रॉन्गर बॉन्ड देन लंडन फोर्स. सो बॉन्ड ज्यादा है तो इनका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट थोड़ा सा ज्यादा है. एग्जाम्पल HCl, सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड, अमोनिया. ओके, सो ये दूसरा टाइप का मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड. तीसरा टाइप का मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड. Hydrogen bonded molecular solid. The solid contain polar covalent bond with hydrogen. They contain molecules. इसको करेक्शन करूंगा, करेक्शन करके भेजूंगा. They contain molecules which are made up of hydrogen and fluorine. देता हूं, I'll give you example. Example, which are those? Ice. Ice is one because ice contain hydrogen water. इसमें क्या होता है? ये these molecules are held together by strong hydrogen bond. One water molecule is bounded by hydrogen bond. See here, green color hydrogen bond. This is one water molecule. It is polar in nature. Hydrogen is water is polar in nature. And then they are joined to each other by hydrogen bonding. So it is similar to non-polar. Only difference है कि इट इज सिमिलर टू पोलर, बट ओनली डिफरेंस है पोलर में बॉन्ड डाइपोल डाइपोल इंटरैक्शन है और हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड में बॉन्ड मॉलिक्यूल के बीच में हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड है. हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड इज स्ट्रॉन्गर देन डाइपोल डाइपोल इंटरैक्शन. एग्जांपल आइस. आइस is made up of water molecule, but water molecules are joined to each other by hydrogen bond. So all hydrogen bonded water molecular solid, they are polar in nature. They are polar molecular solid also. They are also called polar molecular solid. Okay. Next, this was molecular solid. Next, we'll see what is ionic solid. Ionic solid. In ionic solid, the constituent particles are charged particles. That is the cations and anions. Ionic solid contain constant particle, charged particle. That means the positive ions as well as negative ions. Example, this is a diagram for sodium chloride. See, the green color is chlorine and the brown color is yellowish color or brownish color is sodium. So this is sodium chloride solid. EN का मतलब इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव डिफरेंस, सोडियम और क्लोरीन का डिफरेंस कितना 2.1, so there is a large difference. This cation and anion are held together by strong Coulombic force, that is electrostatic force of attraction. That means between sodium and chlorine there is electrostatic force of attraction, that is Coulombic force. These solids are hard and brittle in nature. You can break them. Namak, you can, it is hard and but it is brittle. टूट सकता है ऐसा हाथ से. Ionic solid act as an insulator in solid state. Sodium chloride solid does not conduct electricity in solid state. But sodium NaCl solid, bad conductor. But NaCl fuse in a molten form, good conductor. Why? क्या क्यों good conductor है? NaCl aqueous, good conductor. Why? Because no free ions. इसमें फ्री आयंस नहीं है, इसमें फ्री आयंस है, इसमें भी है, इसमें भी है. So they can conduct electricity. That means इसमें ions sodium and chlorine are free, but here sodium and chlorine are bounded to each other. They have a high melting point because ionic bond is a stronger bond. Their melting point are higher. Okay. Example NaCl, MgO, zinc sulfide. So these are ionic solids. Now metallic solid. These crystalline solids are formed by atom of the same element held together by metallic bond. That means in metallic solid there will be atom of the same element. For example, if you have a copper, copper is a metal. इसमें खाली copper atoms ही होंगे. And these copper atoms are held together by metallic bond. If you take aluminium, aluminium के सिर्फ aluminium से atom होंगे. And these aluminium atoms are joined by metallic bond. I made a mistake. In metallic solid, it is said atoms of the same elements, but they are not in the form of atom, they are in the form of ions. See, if you take sodium metal, in sodium metal, only sodium metal I'm talking, there will be sodium ion. Everywhere there will be sodium ion. But they are arranged in a proper way. ऐसे नहीं कि कैसे भी जैसे तुम लोग क्लास में बैठे हो वैसे नहीं है. They are arranged in a proper way. They have a definite arrangement, proper definite arrangement. It's a crystalline solid, therefore it will have proper. And then it उसका electrons है, there will be electrons. बोलेंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ से आया? वो सोडियम का इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर आ जाता है. So these electrons are called as a delocalized electron. Delocalized electron. Or we call them as free electron. Or we call them as mobile electron. ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन से मेटल में से बाहर आता है, जैसे तुम लोग है ना घर में ने कोई बच्चे लोग घर में नहीं रहते, अपने लोकेलिटी में घूमते रहते, राइट? यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ द फैमिली बट यू आर नॉट इन द फैमिली. यू मूव आउट अप टू रात को 12 बजे 1-1 2-2 बजे तक बाहर घूमते रहते. सम पीपल, सम बॉयज. सो सच स्टूडेंट्स Such family, I'll call it as a metallic family, a metallic solid, where one or two electron, एक या दो बच्चे अपना घर छोड़ के मोहल्ले में घूमते रहते, या अपना कॉलोनी में घूमते रहता है। जब खाने का वक्त आएगा तो घर में आएगा, खाना खा के वापस सोएगा, वापस बाहर घूमेगा, राइट? That means that electron, that means they are more attached to the other families member, that है घर के फैमिली से अटैच नहीं, अपना घर छोड़ के बाहर घूमता है आवारा की तरह. So I call these electrons as a avara electron. Chemistry call them as a delocalized electron or free electron or mobile electron. They are not attached to any one sodium ion. They are attached to number of ions. ये देखो, ये येलो है ना, ये येलो है ना, तो ये इसका भी है, इसका भी है, इसका भी है, सबका है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन सबका है, किसी एक का नहीं है. So these yellow electrons are moving, free to move. But ये positive ions fix है अपनी जगह पर. The position of the metallic ion is fixed, but the electrons are constantly moving. You can just visualize your aluminum vessel. Aluminum vessel में क्या रहेगा? What aluminum vessel will having? In aluminum vessel, there will be Al plus ion. Everywhere there will be Als plus ion. And fixed position, इनका आयन का पोजीशन फिक्स रहेगा. वो हर एक मेटल के अंदर आयन का पोजीशन अलग अलग रहता है, फिक्स रहता है. लेकिन this is aluminum vessel में there will be positive ions. Everywhere there will be positive ions. And there will be electrons. एल्यूमिनियम वेसल में इलेक्ट्रॉन ज्यादा रहेगा, बिकॉज एक एटम से 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन आता है. सोडियम में एक एटम से 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन आता है. Here the electrons will be more, and these electrons will be moving constantly from one place to another place. अपने मोहल्ले में, अपने लोकेलिटी में घूमते रहेगा. हाँ, लेकिन किस अपने लोकेलिटी में घूमते रहेगा. प्लीज क्लोज द डोर, दरवाजा बंद करो. These electrons will be constantly moving from one place to another. That means these electrons, what we say, they are mobile. They are free to move. They are called delocalized. And these ions have fixed position. The position is fixed. So the structure of atom is like a sea, where in the sea, at the seashore, I can say better, seashore, there are rocks. और इनके बीच में से क्या फ्लो होता है? पानी. वाटर इज फ्लोइंग, नो, मैंने उल्टा कलर लिया. देयर इज अ वाटर फ्लोइंग. कभी चौपाटी पे गया, मरीन लाइन पे गया, मरीन लाइन पे देखा तो सब पत्थर पत्थर है, शीशोर, और उसके बीच में क्या रहता है? पानी. So the structure of metal is like a sea. There are rocks having a fixed position, and in between the rocks, water is flowing. This water is electron. And between the metal and the rocks, इनके बीच में, इसके बीच में, इसके बीच में, इसके बीच में, इसके बीच में, बॉन्ड होता है, एंड अब ये इसके बीच में भी बॉन्ड होगा, इन दोनों के बीच में बॉन्ड, इसके भी, इसका भी अट्रैक्शन है, ये भी बॉन्ड, दिस ऑल दिस बॉन्ड्स आर कॉल्ड एज metallic bond. They are weaker bond. The metallic bond, if we take single bond, is weak, but there are number of bonds. अब ये इलेक्ट्रॉन इधर है, 5 बॉन्ड फॉर्म किया, अब ये बाद में ये इधर आएगा, 3 बॉन्ड फॉर्म किया. That means these bonds have no direction. Metallic bond have no direction. As the electrons are moving from one place to another, therefore direction of the bonds are changing. They are non-directional bond. If you take a single bond, they are weaker bond, but there are many bonds. Therefore, metallic bonds are stronger than the ionic bond. So, see what I have said. Positive ions in the sea of delocalized electron. Sea of delocalized electron. These electrons are evenly spread over crystals. हाँ, evenly spread. ऐसा नहीं कि एक सॉलिड की एक तरफ ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन, दूसरी तरफ कम इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं. Everywhere the electrons are equally spread. Due to presence of free and mobile electrons, they are responsible for high electrical and thermal conductivity. Metallic metals में free electron, mobile electron होता है, therefore they conduct electricity. So metallic solid conduct electricity. They are conductor both in solid state and molten state. The physical nature of these solids are hard, but they are malleable and ductile. Metals are hard, but they are malleable and ductile. That means they can be converted into thin sheet. They can be converted into thin wire. They have a high melting point than ionic solid. That means the metallic bonds are stronger than the ionic bond. समझ में आया? So this is metallic bond. Okay. Any doubt you can ask me. प्रोवाइडेड यू आर कब लोग को बच्चे लोग खाली अब मोबाइल चालू रखता है और ध्यान किधर और रहता है, और या देखते हैं खाली अपना फोटो लगा देते हैं. Okay, so this is metallic solids are formed by atoms of the same metallic element held together by metallic bond. Okay. So this is the metallic bond. Now next is covalent network solid. Covalent network solid, or we call them as a covalent solid. Simply covalent solid. There's खाली covalent solid भी simply भी बोल सकते. ये क्या है यार? Okay. So this is so simply we can write covalent solid. Next, the constituent particle in covalent solids are atoms. And these atoms are joined to each other by covalent bond. They are joined to each other by covalent bond. See this. This is a diamond. This is a carbon. This is carbon. All carbon are joined. One carbon is joined to 4 carbon. And they form a big giant molecule. Silicon dioxide. One silicon is joined to how many silicon? 3 silicon. One silicon is joined to four silicon. One silicon is joined to 4 silicon, silicon dioxide, silicon carbide. One silicon is joined to 4 carbon. Graphite, one carbon is joined to 3 carbon. Is not shown. If I show this diagram, graphite ka, देखो, one is joined to 3 carbon and they form a layer. This is one layer and this is one layer. This is second layer. This is third layer. This is fourth layer. One layer is joined by a weak bond. This bond a pi bond. But this bond is a sigma bond. They're strong bond. This I give it. And here diamond, all bonds are sigma bond. So covalent solid consists of atom, and these atoms are joined to each other by covalent bond to form a giant molecule, a large molecules. वो बंद कर देना, कितने जोर जोर से बोलती है. As a result of rigid and strongly bonded structure, covalent solid are very hard. Why? Because there's a large network of bonding. There's very rigidity is there, and the large molecule, each atom is joined to a number of atoms, and they form a giant molecule. Because of that, they are very hard. Example, you know, diamond. Diamond is the hardest substance. This is the structure of diamond I've given in the figure. There are some exceptions. That is, diamond is a hard, but graphite is soft. Graphite is also made up of carbon. But why it is soft? See in the diagram. In diamond, one carbon is joined to 4 carbon, and they form a large network. In graphite, one carbon is joined to 3 carbon, and they form network, a layer. Where is the fourth electron of carbon? We know that carbon contains 4 electrons. 3 electrons are used. The fourth electron is not used. The fourth electron is free. No, it is not free also. It is used to form a pi bond. We get one layer of carbon, but that layer is joined to another layer. And all carbon layers are joined to each other by pi bond, and pi bonds are the weaker bond. The bond break and the electrons are free, and graphite contains free electrons. Therefore, graphite can conduct electricity. So diamond and graphite both are made of carbon, but diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity because it contains free electrons. Because the fourth electron of carbon is free to move about in the crystal, where it is not possible in the case of diamond. Silicon dioxide, bad conductor. You say cords. You heard about cord, but cords can conduct electricity. Okay. These crystals have high melting point and boiling point. Electrons are localized. That means they're not free. That means they're not mobile. As a result, covalent solid are poor conductor of heat and electricity, but in case of graphite, due to free electron, they conduct electricity and act as a conductor. So there's an exception of graphite. Example of covalent network: diamond, quartz, boron trihydride, carborundum. Carborundum means silicon carbide. This is the second hardest substance after diamond. Okay. So this was crystalline solid, and amorphous solid. Now, we are going to see the next part of the chapter only of crystalline structure, crystalline solid. We are going to study only crystalline solid. Now, if you look at this picture, is a solid, crystalline solid. You can see the particles are arranged, and these particles are joined by a line. I have shown by a line. There is no such line in the solid. Just for understanding, the diagram has shown that the particles are joined by a line that indicate the bond. To understand the structure, that figure is such, there is no lines between the particles. So it's a big crystal. But if you look at the crystal, there is a one unit which is repeating again and again. And that unit is this. That unit is this one. This unit is called as a unit cell. This unit is called as a unit cell. This unit is called as a unit cell. So a crystal contain three particles arranged three-dimensionally, and this three-dimensionally arranged particle is called as a crystal lattice. When you sit in your examination hall, you don't sit randomly. You follow a particular seating a particular order. So the arrangement of the students in examination hall is called as a sitting arrangement. But that arrangement is two-dimensionally, row-wise and bench-wise, length-wise and breadth-wise. But in crystal, the particles are arranged three-dimensionally. And this arrangement of the particles in a crystal, three-dimensional arrangement of the particle in a crystal is called as a crystal lattice. So what is a crystal lattice? What is a crystal lattice? Crystal lattice is ordered three-dimensional arrangement of the particle in a crystal. Ordered three-dimensional, that means in a particular order. What I've highlighted, you see that order is very perfect. पार्टिकल किधर भी नहीं है, बराबर हर दोनों पार्टिकल के बीच में पार्ट डिस्टेंस देखो फिक्स है. So the ordered three-dimensional arrangement of the particle in a crystal is called as a crystal lattice. And the smallest repeating structural unit of a crystal is called as a unit cell. Nowadays, you are not sitting in the classroom. But when you sit in a classroom is a big classroom where the students are sitting. Where they are sitting? They are sitting on the benches. So one bench and a desk become a unit cell. And that unit cell is repeated. In one row, there may be 10 benches and desks. So one bench and one desk is one unit. So a classroom consists of unit cells which are arranged one after another. You look at this figure. See, the same unit cell is only one part is highlighted, but same thing is repeated. No? So that becomes the unit cell. And the particle where the point at which the particle are arranged, that is called as a lattice point. So this is a lattice point. लैटाइस पॉइंट, जहां पर पार्टिकल होता है, तो where the place where the particle is located, that is called as a lattice point. And when these unit cells are stacked over together to generate a crystal, see, one unit cell is stacked over another, एक के ऊपर एक रखेंगे, you get a big crystal. But you see, look at this crystal. If you look at the crystal, what you find? The particles are shared between the unit cell. This particle, ये particle बताओ, ये this what I am circling, sorry. This particle which I am circling, you tell me it is shared by how many unit cell? It is shared by how many unit cell?
3.
2,
3.
4. देखो एक 1 यूनिट सेल है, ये दूसरा यूनिट सेल है, ये तीसरा यूनिट सेल है, और ये चौथा यूनिट सेल है, और ऊपर भी है, ये 5वां यूनिट सेल है, ये 6th वाला यूनिट सेल है, ये 7th वाला यूनिट सेल है, ये 8 वाला यूनिट सेल है. That means this particle is a common property of 8 unit cell. This is what in each unit cell shares its faces, edges, and corner with the neighboring unit cell. This face is common to this unit cell. This face is common to the 6 or 7 wala unit cell. So when the unit cells are placed one after another, when you're stacking them, when you're putting them one over another, they are sharing the faces, they are sharing the edges, they are sharing the corners. And it is very important to understand that sharing. Okay, it is very important to understand a unit. Now, this is a unit cell. How many particles are in this unit cell? How many particles are visible in this unit cell?
8.
8. But that means you will say that one unit cell contain 8 particles. You will say it, no. अरे 8 particle है तो 8 particle, but it is not 8, because these 8 particles does not belong to one particular unit cell. Each of these particle which you can see in the diagram, this particle is shared by 8 other unit cell. देखो, this particle is shared by how many unit cell? This one, 8 unit cells. तो ये पार्टिकल किसी एक यूनिट सेल का नहीं, 8 जन का है. सो व्हाट इज द शेयर? वो अपना यूनिट सेल से उसका शेयरिंग कितना है? 1/8. दिस इज ऑल्सो शेयर्ड बाय 1, तो ये इसका शेयर कितना है? 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. That means each of these particles are shared by 8 unit cell, तो उनका शेयर क्या होगा? 1/8. Are you getting my point? So in a crystal, there are a number of unit cells, and these unit cells are placed one above another, and you get the big crystals. But when you do so, the unit cell ka face, unit cell ka edges, unit cell ka corners are all shared with the other, and that give a geometrical shape to the crystal. To understand the geometrical shape of the crystal, you have to understand the geometrical shape of the unit cell. जो शेप यूनिट सेल का होगा वही शेप पूरा क्रिस्टल का रहेगा. Here the unit cell shape is which one? Cubic crystal, cubic. So पूरा जिसमें भी यूनिट सेल होगा वो क्रिस्टल का शेप क्या रहेगा? क्यूबिक. The shape of the crystal depends on the shape of the unit cell. or what I say, the geometry of the crystal depends upon the geometry of the unit cell. So we are going to see the different types of unit cells. You cannot study the crystal structure as a whole. To study the crystal structure, you have to study the structure of the unit cell. You have to see how the particles are arranged, number one. Number two, how the particles are shared. एक पार्टिकल कितनी, ये पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल में एक पार्टिकल इज वन पार्टिकल इज शेयर बाय अदर 8 अदर यूनिट सेल, तो उसका शेयर क्या बनता है 1/8. और जगह देखेंगे इट इज शेयर बाय ओनली 6 unit cell. In some place you will find it is shared by only 2. So in this particular the share is 1/8. See here. Okay. So crystal lattice consists of unit cell. So we must understand what is the unit cell ka shape. See now, this is a unit cell which is shown. Unit cell has 3 dimension: x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Unit cell have a length. This is a length, and the length are denoted by A, B, and C. This is one particle. This is another particle. This is the third particle, fourth particle, fifth particle, and this is the length. This also is the length. This is the breadth. This also is the breadth, and this is the height. So length, breadth, and height are denoted by A, B, C. And in between the length and the breadth, there is an angle. A और B के बीच में angle होता है, and that angle is denoted as gamma. B और C के बीच में जो angle होता है, that angle is denoted by alpha. Look at this figure. B और C का angle alpha, और A और C के बीच में जो angle होता है, that is denoted by beta. So in unit cell, there are 3 axes, there are 3 sides A, B, C, and there are 3 angles between them. 1 minute. Okay. बच्चों, स्टूडेंट्स, यू हैव टू वेरी केयरफुल इन दिस पार्ट. आगे में बढ़ने के पहले बहुत थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट होते जाता है जाएगा, इसलिए अभी सब समझ के ले लो कि क्रिस्टल्स के अंदर पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, दे आर अरेंज 3 डायमेंशनली, एंड दिस पार्टिकल्स आर arranged 3 dimensionally. The order 3 dimensional arrangement अच्छा, ये कहाँ से आया बाबा? Is called as a crystal lattice. The smallest three, the smallest structure unit in a crystal is called a unit cell. यूनिट सेल का लेंथ होता है, ब्रेथ होता है, हाइट होता है हर एक यूनिट सेल का. And those length, breadth, and height are denoted by A, B, C. And there's an angle between them, and that is denoted by alpha, beta, and gamma. Now, there are basically four types of unit cell. Primitive unit cell or simple unit cell. It is a simple unit cell. It is just a cube. And here the particles are only at the corner. Look, they're only at the corner, at the eighth corner. A unit cell is a part of a unit crystal. एक बेंच और डेस्क जैसा है वैसा क्लास का होता है. A class is a crystal, and the bench and a desk is a unit cell, and the students sitting on them are the particles. कभी 4 बच्चे बैठते, कभी 2 बच्चे बैठते, कभी 3 बच्चे बैठते. So those are particles. Okay, so consider, imagine a class is a crystal. Bench and decks are the unit cell, and the students sitting in on them are the particles. So there are 4 types of crystals. Unit cell, primitive. The particles are only at the corner of a cube. The second type is body-centered unit cell. The particles are at the corner, and one particle is in the center of the cube. In this type of unit cell, one constituent particle is present at the center of its body in addition to the corner particles. In addition to 8 other, there is one particle at the corner of the cube. Face centered. There are particles at the corner of the cube, and the cube has 6 faces. The cube has 6 faces. See, this is a cube. And there are 6 particles at the corner. It has 6 faces. At the corner of each face, in the center of each face, there is a particle. Center of each face, ये आगे का एक पार्टिकल आगे है, एक पार्टिकल पीछे है, एक पार्टिकल राइट हैंड साइड में, दूसरा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, एक ऊपर है, एक नीचे है. उसको अगर ज्वाइन करेंगे, ये पार्टिकल है. If you join them, see this. ये ऊपर वाला नीचे वाला पार्टिकल, ये लेफ्ट एंड राइट वाला पार्टिकल, ये पीछे वाला एंड आगे वाला पार्टिकल. इधर ही बताया देखो. दिस इज फर्स्ट फेस, दिस इज सेकेंड फेस, दिस इज थर्ड फेस, दिस इज फोर्थ फेस, दिस इज फिफ्थ फेस, और आगे वाला सिक्स फेस. Okay, ऊपर नीचे, left right, आगे पीछे, 6 face. So if the particle at the center of each face and there are particles at the corner of each cube, face center. Base center cube unit cell. The unit cell particles are at the center of any two face bases. देखो, एक इधर है और एक इधर है, एंड 8 कॉर्नर में एक एक पार्टिकल्स. So these are two and 1, 2, 3, 4 and base unit cell. So these are the 4 basic type of unit cell. Okay, 4 basic type. किसी भी क्रिस्टल में एक ही टाइप का यूनिट सेल रहता है, कभी कभी 2 टाइप के यूनिट सेल भी होते हैं. बट यू आर इन 12th स्टैंडर्ड, तो अभी आपके लेवल के हिसाब से खाली एक ही टाइप का यूनिट सेल है. देयर विल बी ओनली वन टाइप ऑफ यूनिट सेल. Okay, so there are 4. Next, crystal system. In a crystal, there are 14 ways in which the particle can be arranged. 14 ways in which the particle can be arranged. That is called as the Bravier's lattice. Now there are 7 type of crystal system. Those are cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal, and rhombohedral. 7 basic type of crystal system. In cubic system, length, breadth, and height are equal. A is equal to B is equal to C. And all angles are 90. Alpha, beta, gamma, each of them is 90. See here. Simple cubic. Is a cubic. In tetragonal, A is equal to B. That means length and breadth are equal, but the height is not equal. A is equal to B, but not equal to C. Seven. No? Alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, and all are 90. Here are some example where you will find such type of cubic crystals. Fe, copper, sodium, diamond, Sn, Sn2. Here you'll have a tetragonal system. See, your length, breadth and height tetragonal, A and B is equal, but C is देखो थोड़ा सा बड़ा बताए. Such is tetragonal. Orthorhombic, all the 3 sides are unequal. Orthorhombic, but all angles are 90. You'll find them in iodine, you'll find them in rhombic sulfur and in potassium nitrate. Many such, but few examples are mentioned here. Then rhombohedral. In rhombohedral, all the 3 sides are equal. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, but all the 3 angles are not equal to 90. All the angles are not equal to 90. They may be less than 120, but they are not equal to 120. Rhombohedral. See here. तीनों sides equal. Sorry, तीनों sides equal. A is equal to B is equal to C. But the angles are not. But the angles are not 90. Angles are not 90. Hexagonal, A is equal to B, but not equal to C. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90, but gamma is 120. Hexagonal. That means all length and breadth are equal. Length, breadth are equal. And this is the height. C. This is C, which is not equal. This angle is 90, but in दोनों के बीच में angle 120. This is A, this is B. This is C. So what do you find? In hexagonal, alpha angle and beta angle is 90, but gamma is 120. Example, graphite, zinc sulfur oxide. Monoclinic, all three sides are not equal, and two angles are equal, or beta is more than 90. Monoclinic is not equal to 90. Triclinic, alpha is equal, no, A is not equal to B, not equal to C, and alpha is not equal to beta, not equal to gamma, not equal to 90. All three angles are not equal, and they are not even equal to 90. So this is triclinic. Most crooked structure is triclinic. तो ये 7 टाइप के क्रिस्टल याद रखो. क्यूबिक, टेट्रागोनल, ऑर्थोरोम्बिक, और rhombohedral, hexagonal, monoclinic, triclinic. हम सब नहीं पढ़ने वाले हैं. Don't get. We are going to study only cubic crystal. Only cubic crystal. Okay. So, what are Bravier's lattice? The arrangement of the particles. There are 7 types of crystal lattice, 14 types of crystal lattice. Oh, sorry, 14 types of Bravier's lattice. 14 types of Bravier's lattice. And there are 7 types of crystal lattice. And we are going to study only of cubic. Now, cubic system, which we are going to study, there are 3 main varieties of these crystals. There are 3 types of crystal lattice. One is primitive and a simple. इसमें particles are only at the corner. We call a simple cubic. Body-centered cubic, where the particles are at the 8th corner and one particle is in the center of the cube. BCC. And face-centered cubic, which is abbreviated as FCC, or we also say CCP. एक ही होता है, FCC and CCP एक ही होता है. Here the particles, oh, ये गलत हो गया. This is wrong. I'll change it. Here the particles are at the, no, it is not in the center. It is not in the center. The particles are not in the center. It is this structure, face centered. This is the structure. This one. This is face centered. I'll change that. It is not a correct structure. There are 6 faces, so particles are at the 6 faces. FCC. Okay. So we are going to see in detail of all these three: simple cubic, BCC, and FCC. FCC means this one, where the particles are at eight corner and there are particles at the center of each face. Okay. Any doubt on this? You can ask me before I proceed further. Okay. Now, next, what I'm going to do is number of particles in a cubic unit cell. ये जरा समझने की बात है. Simple cubic. I think I am repeating this part again. I said in a simple cubic, the particles, कितने particles है simple cubic में? I'll better draw it. A simple cubic. Huh? Which are the particles? Where are the particles?
at the corner.
At the corner. Yes. So my question is, how many particles are there in one unit cell, in one simple cubic? कितने particles है?
8,
वही गलत है. दिखने में 8 है लेकिन एक ही है. जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं. अब हम उसको एनालाइज करें. I think I have explained you previously also. Take this one. है ये सिंपल क्यूबिक है ना? ये पार्टिकल कितने पार्टिकल से शेयर्ड है?
8 particles.
ये देखो, नहीं, ये पार्टिकल कितने यूनिट सेल से शेयर्ड है?
2 sir.
एक, यस, दो, तीन, चार, पाँच, छ, सात, आठ. यानी ये वाला पार्टिकल 8 के 8 यूनिट सेल के साथ शेयर है. 8 जन का है वो एक का नहीं है. तो हर एक का शेयर कितना होगा? 1/8. तो शेयर is 1/8. Each particle is shared by 8 unit cell. तो share of 1 is 1/8. कितने हैं पार्टिकल? टोटल पार्टिकल कितने हैं? 8. दिखते हैं 8. So 8 into 1/8 is equal to 1. So there is only one particle per unit cell. So हर एक पार्टिकल, this particle also, अब इधर बनाया नहीं है, बनाएंगे तो इसका शेयर भी 1/8, 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 सबका शेयर 1/8. तो 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, how many times? 8 times, and it will come to 1. So you said there are 8 particles per unit cell. No, there is only 1 particle per unit cell. Okay. So we'll show that calculation. See that calculation. Number of atom at corner 8 into 1 by 8. सेंटर में कोई पार्टिकल नहीं, सिंपल क्यूबिक में फेसिस पे कोई पार्टिकल नहीं है. So 1 plus 0 plus 1, number of atom per unit cell 1. तो ये यूनिट सेल में 8 पार्टिकल दिखते हैं, लेकिन एक यूनिट सेल दे आर शेयर्ड. अगर इसको मैं ज्वाइन करूं, इसके पीछे एक इसके बाजू में एक, इसके ऊपर एक, इसके ऊपर एक, इसके ऊपर एक, इसके ऊपर एक, दैट मीन्स ये 8 लोगों का है. इट इज शेयर इज 1 by 8. द टोटल नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल 8 है, 8 into 1 by 8, that is 1. So number of particle per unit cell is 1. How much space is occupied? The space occupied by the particle is 52.4. We are going to calculate. आगे जाके मैं समझाऊंगा. ये क्वेश्चन है. Show that volume occupied by the particle is 52.4. That is called as packing efficiency. This is called packing efficiency. We are going to prove it. At present, you just accept it. We are going to prove that 52.4 कैसा है. बॉडी सेंटर्ड में, बॉडी सेंटर में क्या है बाबा? बॉडी सेंटर में बताओ कितने पार्टिकल्स है, कितने दिखते हैं बेटा?
9.
9. लेकिन ये जो ब्लू वाले वो शेयर है ना, किसके दूसरे के साथ शेयर्ड है? अरे ना,
Yes, sir.
यस और नो? तो दिस इज हाउ मच? इट इज शेयर्ड बाय 8 अदर. तो 8 का कितना हो गया? 1 by 8. ये भी 1 by 8, 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 ये भी 1 by 8. लेकिन ये लालू, ये लाल कलर का सिर्फ एक ही का है, वो सेंटर में है. वो लालू है, वो एक ही का है, वो किसी का शेयर नहीं करता है. सो नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल पर यूनिट सेल इज व्हाट? 8 into 1 by 8. दैट कॉर्नर सेंटर वाला एक है, फेसेस वाला कुछ नहीं है, 2. एंड इसकी वॉल्यूम ऑक्यूपाइड बाय पार्टिकल इज 68%. फेस सेंटर्ड. ये लो फेस सेंटर्ड डायग्राम मेरे पास अच्छा नहीं है. हाँ, इसके अंदर क्या दिख रहा है बेटा? ये 1 है.
पार्टिकल्स सेंटर पे
एक पर्टिकुलर सेंटर पे नहीं है, कोई नहीं, सेंटर पे कुछ नहीं है बेटा. हाँ, फेस पर है. डोंट से इन द सेंटर ऑफ द बॉडी. इट इज नॉट इन द सेंटर ऑफ द बॉडी, इन द सेंटर ऑफ द फेस. सो सी ये तो 8 है, ये 1 by 8, ये 1 by 8, ये 1 by 8. तो 8 into 1 by 8 हो गया. बॉडी के सेंटर में कुछ नहीं है, हाँ, लेकिन फेस पर है. तो ये किसके साथ शेयर्ड है? समझो, एक बाजू में और बनाता हूं मैं. तो ये पार्टिकल किसके साथ शेयर्ड है? कितने यूनिट सेल के साथ शेयर्ड है? 2. This is the body, the particle which are on the center of the face is shared by 2 unit cell. तो शेयर क्या हो गया इसका? 1 by 2. It is shared by 2 unit cell. तो share is 1 by 2. There are how many particle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. तो 6 into 1 by 2. So that comes to 1 by 1 plus 3 and that is 4.
सर नहीं समझे सर.
ये जो बॉडी वाला लास्ट ये वाला है ना, जो बॉडी फेस पर है पार्टिकल, वो कितने यूनिट सेल के साथ शेयर्ड है? आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस वन. ये कितने के साथ शेयर किया है? नहीं दिखता है. Tell me now, this particle which is the center of the phase, it is shared by how many particles? Oh, sorry, no, not by how many particles, by how many unit cell? जो बाजू में है ना,
Two. Two.
तो एक का शेयर, जब एक केक दो जन के बीच में शेयर होएगा तो एक को कितना मिलेगा? आधा आधा मिलेगा कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
तो इसके लिए इसको बोलते शेयर इज 1/8, 1/2, दिस इज 1/2, दिस इज ऑल्सो 1/2, ये भी दो जन के साथ शेयर हुआ है, ये भी 1/2, ये भी 1/2, ये वाला भी 1/2, ये वाला भी 1/2. सो देयर आर 6 पार्टिकल्स है एंड शेयर इज 1/2. सो कितने हो गए? 3. और जो कॉर्नर वाले हैं, कॉर्नर वाले ये वाले, वो 8 है. शेयर कितना है? 1/8. So it is 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4. So that which is given in a tabular form. देखो FCC, कॉर्नर पार्टिकल 8 है, मल्टीप्लाई बाय शेयर 1. सेंटर में एक भी नहीं है, लेकिन फेस के सेंटर पे 6 है, फेस के सेंटर पर 6 है. उनका शेयर कितना है? 1/2. तो इट इज कम टू 3. टोटल नंबर ऑफ एटम पर यूनिट सेल इज 4. समझ में आया? नहीं आया तो वापस समझाता. समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? अच्छा, ये पार्ट समझा तुमको?
Yes, sir.
ये पार्ट नहीं समझा तुमको?
समझा.
समझा ना? तो टोटल कितने पार्टिकल है? 4. व्हाट इज एफिशिएंसी? 4%, 74%. यानी इतना एक यूनिट सेल में इतना ऑक्यूपाई है, बाकी का खाली जगह है. दिस मच इज ऑक्यूपाइड एंड रिमेनिंग इज एम्प्टी. इसमें इतना ऑक्यूपाइड. वी आर दिस ऑल दिस 3 वी आर गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन. पूरा डिटेल में है ये चैप्टर. Okay, so there are number of particle in unit cell. These are the only 3 things which you are going to study, but in more detail. So सबसे पहला आपको ये मालूम होना मांगता है कि सिंपल क्यूबिक में कितने पार्टिकल है. एक यूनिट सेल में एक दिखता है 8, लेकिन है एक. क्यों? एक सिंपल यूनिट 8 जन के साथ शेयर होता है. बॉडी सेंटर्ड दिखता है कितना? 14, लेकिन है 2. नहीं, बॉडी सेंटर 9 है और है कितना? 2. फेस सेंटर दिखता है 14, लेकिन है कितना? 4. Okay, now let us see relation between molar mass, density of the substance and units cell age. मोलर मास मीन्स जो भी क्रिस्टल होगा उसके अंदर एटम होगा, उस एटम का मोलर मास. डेंसिटी होगा वो क्रिस्टल का डेंसिटी. एंड एज लेंथ, एज लेंथ मीन्स A, unit cell edge length. Okay, so let us find relation between density, mass, molar mass density and the unit cell edge length. Okay, this is common for all, simple cubic, unit cell, sorry, BCC and FCC, for all. For simple cubic, BCC and FCC, तीनों के लिए एक ही फॉर्मूला है. Let the length of the unit cell be A. Let the length of the unit cell be A. This is A, this is A, this is A, this is A, everywhere A. What will be the volume of this unit cell? What is the volume of the cube? ये यूनिट सेल क्यूब है ना. व्हाट इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द क्यूब? लेंथ मल्टीप्लाई बाय ब्रेथ मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाइट. वॉल्यूम इज इक्वल टू एल इंटू बी इंटू एच. लेंथ ए है, बी भी, ब्रेथ भी ए है और हाइट भी ए है. सो द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द यूनिट सेल इज ए क्यूब. सी वी हैव पुट हियर वॉल्यूम ऑफ द यूनिट सेल इज ए क्यूब. Suppose here there are the particles. मैं सिंपल क्यूबिक लेता हूं. आई एम टेकिंग सिंपल क्यूबिक. आई एम टेकिंग सिंपल क्यूबिक. Let m be the mass of the one particle. Then, and there are n particle per unit cell, and that there are n particle per unit cell. So the mass of the particle unit cell will be mass into n. यानी एक यूनिट सेल में कितने पार्टिकल है? n. और मास, एक पार्टिकल का मास कितना? m. तो m into n will be mass of unit cell. तो mass of unit cell will be mass of one particle multiplied by number of particles. So m into n. Let density of the unit cell will be mass of unit cell upon volume of unit cell. Density is equal to mass upon volume. What is mass of unit cell? M into n. What is volume of unit cell? A cube. Okay. This is mass of unit one particle. So m into n. Let molar mass of a substance is given by mass of one particle into number of particle per mole. Molar mass is a formula is equal to mass of one particle multiplied by number of particle per mole. ये फॉर्मूला है मोलर मास का. मास ऑफ वन पार्टिकल इनटू नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल पर मोल. तो मास ऑफ वन पार्टिकल हमने क्या कंसीडर किया? स्मॉल m. नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल पर मोल इज एवोगैड्रोस नंबर. एक मोल में कितने पार्टिकल होते? 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. One mole contain this many number of particles. किसी भी सब्सटेंस में number of particle in one mole is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So that is called Avogadro's number. So molar mass is equal to m into Na. So small m is equal to capital M upon Na. इसको रीअरेंज किया. ये इक्वेशन 1 है, ये इक्वेशन 2 है और ये इक्वेशन 3 है. So density is equal to mass of unit cell. Mass of unit cell is n into m. n into m, ये वाला. But n is equal m is equal to what? Capital M upon Na. What we got? This is rho. Rho is equal to mass into n upon a cube. But what is mass into m? M is equal to capital M upon Na into n into a cube. So यही आ गया. N into molar mass upon Na. This part this is what? This is m. Okay. So density is equal to number of particles per unit cell into molar mass upon volume of unit cell into Avogadro's number. So this is the formula for this. अब इसमें देखो number of particle per unit cell simple cubic के लिए 1 होएगा. Number of particle per for BCC will be 2 and for face centered it will be 4. So this is variable that depends upon type of unit cell. Simple cubic 1, BCC 2 and face centered 4. Then mass, molar mass will सबके लिए अलग होगा. Volume of unit cell A cube, that is A into cube, A raised to cube, and Avogadro's number वो तो fix है. Up. Now question is A. We will be studying as we proceed. This A, small a is value सबके लिए अलग अलग है. For simple cubic, for body centered and face centered. That we'll see later on when we proceed. At present हम A cube ले रहे. Okay. So this was okay. Now we proceed further. Packing efficiency. सिंपल क्यूबिक का पैकिंग एफिशिएंसी कितना है बेटा 52.4 वो ही हम प्रूफ करने वाले हैं सिंपल क्यूबिक पैकिंग एफिशिएंसी इज 52.4 that is what we are going to prove packing efficiency of metal crystal in simple cubic so this is simple cubic this is one particle this is another particle this is a third particle this is fourth particle uh, 8 particle I'll show the actual structure भी show करता हूं मैं क्यों नहीं आ रहा है Yeah. See this. Can you see? Can you see now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is simple cubic. See, these are 8 particles. And these 8 particles are actually touching each other. They are actually touching each other. This is a unit cell. This is, we write in the, we show in this way. But actually, yeah, they are this type. These particles are touching each other. And this is the cross section करके बताया. Same. All A, B, C are same. So I have taken the C1 in my next screen. See this. This is one particle. This is second particle. This is third particle. This is fourth particle, fifth particle, sixth particle, seventh particle, and eighth particle. So let the edge length be A. This is A. Say this is A. Let the radius of the particle be R. The radius of the particle be R. Let the edge length be A. Radius of the particle be R. So what is the relation between A and R? A is equal to 2R. Radius is twice, edge length is twice R. So volume of the cube is A cube. A is 2R. Therefore, volume of cube is 8R cube. Volume of cube is 8R cube. In simple cubic, each unit cell has one particle. Simple cubic में इसमें कितने एक ही particle है ना? So what is the volume of one particle? A particle is considered to be sphere. Huh? Volume of the sphere is 4 upon R 2 pi R. 2 pi 4 upon 3 pi R cube. 4 upon 3 pi R cube. The volume of one particle is equal to 4 upon 3 pi R cube. But what is R? R is equal to A by 2 R cube. ये देखो R is equal to A by 2. तो ये इधर दिया. If you multiply 4 upon 3 into pi into A
Sir,
cube,
A by 8 है sir.
A by 8. A cube by 8. A cube by 8 आएगा. Cancel करो. So it will be pi A cube upon 6. So this is volume of one particle. This is volume of what? One particle, which is considered sphere. Now packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by particle in a unit cell upon total number of units, upon total volume of the unit cell. Volume occupied by particle in one unit cell upon total volume of unit cell into 100. This is a formula. This is not my formula. It is the actual formula. Okay. What is volume occupied by particle? Pi upon 8 upon 3, pi A cube upon 6. What is the volume of unit cell? A cube. Volume of unit cell is A cube. A cube cancel हो गया. A cube cancel हो गया. तो packing efficiency is what? ये है ना इधर देखो. तो ये A cube और ये A cube cancel हो गया. तो क्या रह गया? Pi into 6, oh sorry, pi upon 6 into 100 upon है ना ये, pi is 3.142 into 100 upon 6. इसको कैलकुलेट करोगे तो you'll get 52.36. So thus in a simple cubic, 52.36 of the space is occupied by the particles. Therefore 100 minus 52.36 कितना बचता है? 47.46% is void. Void का मतलब empty, is a void space. Okay. So this is how we have calculated the, if you want, this is the crystal structure. दिख रहा है ये नया? A is equal to 2r and r is equal to a upon 2. Then volume of the cube is a cube. Volume of one particle is this. There is only one particle. The volume of one particle will be this, and volume of particle in unit cell, volume of particle in unit cell upon volume of unit cell into 100, and you have got this formula. This shows that in simple cubic, the percentage occupied is 52.36. Okay, and empty space is 47.46. So that was for today. We have completed one. Now next time we are going to see packing efficiency of metal in body centered cubic structure. Okay, chalo, we are leaving. Call madam. Hello madam, कौन है? Hello. Good evening. Yes sir. Hello madam, कौन नहीं का?